The rise and fall of Venezuela. The saga of Venezuela, a nation nestled in the heart of South America, is a profoundly intricate narrative of soaring heights and cataclysmic lows. This exploration is an odyssey through the annals of time, deciphering the multifaceted tapestry that weaves together the rise and subsequent fall of a nation endowed with natural riches, yet ensnared in the web of historical intricacies, political turbulence, and economic vicissitudes. Historical context. To fathom the labyrinthine journey of Venezuela, one must traverse the corridors of history that echo with the clamor of independence. The early 19th century witnessed the shackles of Spanish dominion being cast off, propelling Venezuela onto the stage of self-governance. Yet this newfound autonomy was merely the prologue to a narrative etched with the ink of oil, discovered in abundance in the early 20th century. Oil, the elixir of modern economies, became Venezuela's double-edged sword, conferring upon it the status of an oil-dependent titan. The ensuing decades unfolded a saga of political tumult, as myriad movements and ideologies vied for dominance, sculpting the very essence of the nation's identity. The allure of oil, however, became an inescapable tether, shaping the contours of economic policies and national aspirations. It was in this crucible of historical forces that Venezuela's fate was sealed, as it embarked on a journey marked by the intertwined destinies of politics and petrodollars. The rise. Venezuela's ascent to economic eminence was orchestrated against the backdrop of its vast oil reserves. The symphony of prosperity reached its crescendo in the 1970s when President Carlos Andrés Pérez, with a stroke of the pen, nationalized the oil industry. This transformative act catalyzed an unprecedented influx of revenue from oil exports, metamorphosing Venezuela into a financial colossus. The coffers swelled and the corridors of power reverberated with grand visions of societal metamorphosis. This newfound wealth did not merely manifest in abstract economic metrics, but materialized in tangible improvements in the lives of Venezuelans. The government, flush with petrodollars, embarked on audacious social programs, unveiling an epoch of infrastructural marvels, educational advancements, and healthcare innovations. The dividends of oil were not confined to the elite. They percolated down to the masses, elevating living standards and fostering a palpable sense of national pride. Political landscape. However, against the backdrop of this apparent prosperity lurked the shadows of a volatile political landscape. The pendulum swung between periods of relative stability and tumultuous unrest, as successive administrations grappled with the labyrinthine intricacies of governance. Corruption, an ever-present specter in the halls of power, cast its long shadow, eroding the foundations of political legitimacy. The confluence of political instability and economic dependence on oil set the stage for a precarious equilibrium. Political maneuverings and power struggles became entwined with economic policies, creating a symbiotic relationship that would, in the fullness of time, unravel the very fabric of Venezuela's prosperity. The nation stood at a crossroads, teetering on the precipice of its destiny, where the decisions made in the hallowed halls of power would echo through the corridors of time. Economic complexities. As Venezuela basked in the glory of its economic zenith, the undercurrents of a burgeoning crisis were gradually gaining momentum. The heavy reliance on oil exports not only made the nation vulnerable to the unpredictable fluctuations of the global oil market, but also bred a dangerous complacency. The economic diversification that might have served as a bulwark against impending challenges took a backseat to the seemingly inexhaustible wealth derived from black gold. This economic myopia set the stage for a perilous journey into the intricacies of fiscal mismanagement. Government spending, fueled by oil revenues, swelled to unsustainable levels. Instead of investing in diverse sectors, the windfall was often treated as a perpetual source of wealth, fostering an environment where prudence took a backseat to profligacy. The seeds of fiscal irresponsibility were sown, and the economy, ostensibly robust, bore the unseen weight of impending collapse. Social tensions. Amidst the veneer of economic prosperity, social fault lines began to emerge. Disparities in wealth distribution, exacerbated by corruption and political favoritism, became glaring chasms. The gulf between the affluent and the marginalized widened, fostering a sense of disenchantment among certain segments of society. The very programs designed to uplift the populace now bore the unintended consequences of fostering resentment and social unrest. While the oil boom had initially been a beacon of hope, it inadvertently fueled a culture of dependency. The government's largesse, sustained by oil revenues, engendered a populace accustomed to a standard of living that was, in reality, unsustainable. As the economic edifice trembled under the weight of its own contradictions, the social fabric strained, threatening to unravel in the face of mounting challenges. The precipitous decline. The precipitous decline, when it came, was not a sudden cataclysm but a protracted unraveling, a slow-motion descent into economic and social turmoil. The global oil market, a fickle mistress, exacted its toll, and the veneer of prosperity began to crack. Plummeting oil prices, coupled with the consequences of years of fiscal mismanagement, led to an economic downturn of unprecedented proportions. The government, now bereft of the once abundant oil revenues, found itself grappling with insurmountable challenges. In a desperate bid to salvage the sinking ship, successive administrations resorted to ill-conceived economic policies, further exacerbating the crisis. Hyperinflation, soaring unemployment, and a collapse of essential services became harbingers of a nation in the throes of a profound unraveling. The unraveling of governance. Political instability, never fully exorcised from the corridors of power, intensified in the face of economic catastrophe. Leadership crisis, contested elections, and allegations of authoritarianism cast a pall over the once vibrant democracy. The very institutions designed to safeguard the nation's democratic ideals crumbled under the weight of internal strife, eroding the foundations of governance and leaving a power vacuum in its wake. The international community, a distant observer of Venezuela's rise, now turned its gaze toward the unfolding tragedy. Sanctions, once a diplomatic tool, became a punitive measure, intensifying the economic maelstrom and deepening the humanitarian crisis. The nation, once a beacon of hope, now stood as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the perils that lurk when a nation's fortunes are tethered to the capricious whims of a single commodity. The human toll. Beyond the economic and political landscapes, the true tragedy of Venezuela's unraveling lies in the profound human toll exacted by the crisis. Once a nation that boasted advancements in healthcare and education, Venezuela now grapples with a healthcare system in shambles and an educational infrastructure in disarray. Basic necessities, from food to medicine, have become luxuries for many, plunging vast segments of the population into abject poverty. The humanitarian crisis has driven millions to seek refuge beyond Venezuela's borders, creating a diaspora that spans the Americas. The exodus, marked by tales of hardship and resilience, represents a rupture in the social fabric of the nation. Families torn apart, dreams shattered, and a generation denied the promise of a better future. These are the human costs etched into the narrative of Venezuela's decline. The rise and fall of Venezuela, a symphony of triumphs and tribulations, encapsulates the fragility of economic paradigms built on the precarious foundations of oil wealth. The nation's journey serves as a poignant reminder of the intricate dance between history, politics, and economics, where the decisions of the past reverberate through the corridors of the present. In the ruins of Venezuela's once burgeoning prosperity lies a lesson for nations across the globe, a cautionary tale about the impermanence of economic ascendancy when built upon the monolithic pillar of a single resource. As Venezuela grapples with the aftermath of its precipitous decline, the echoes of its rise linger as a haunting melody, a testament to the intricate interplay of forces that shape the destiny of nations. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.